Good day everyone, my name is Mr. Chinonso Nwaize. In today's class we'll be looking at area or plane shapes in mathematics. But before we start, we need to look at the definition of area. Area can be defined as the space occupied by a flat shape. This is a flat shape, a whiteboard is occupying a space in this wall, or the surface of an object. Area is measured in square units, which is what? Centimeter square. Now, some of the shapes I have here, we have the circle. We call this a plane shape because it's a two-dimensional shape. Rectangle, also a plane shape, it's a two-dimensional shape. A square, triangle, parallelogram, a trapezium. These shapes are all two-dimensional shapes because they are not solid shapes. So with this, we can able to what? Define some of the properties of these plane shapes. When you look at this, the first shape here is square. A square has what? All four sides equal. This is the same as this, as this, as this. So when you have a measurement, you don't need to get the 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. If this is 5 centimeters, the whole side is all 5 centimeters. Now look at rectangle. A rectangle has two sides. The two sides are equal, which is what? The length and the width. So if this is 10 centimeters, this is also 10 centimeters. And this side, if it's 2 centimeters, this will also be what? 2 centimeters. Because only two sides are equal. A parallelogram has the property of a what? Rectangle. Because it also has two sides equal. The top and the bottom are equal, and the both sides are what? Also equal. So when you have the property of a rectangle, you can also what? Use it to define a parallelogram. A triangle, when you look at a triangle, is also a plane shape having three sides. In a triangle, we have different types of triangle, which we have the equilateral, when all sides are equal. We have the scalene triangle, none of the sides are equal. And we have the isosceles triangle, which has two sides equal. So a triangle has more what? More properties, because we have obtuse triangle, we have acute triangle, and we have reflex triangle. More triangles under this plane shape. A circle is a round shape, which you can say is just round, no side, just is a plane shape. But let's look at this shape, a trapezium. In trapezium, it has what? A triangle attached to it, like a right angle triangle, to form what? A trapezium. When you look at this shape, this is a triangle, a right angle triangle, and this side is another what? Irregular shape attached to triangle, which will define the what? The trapezium we have here. So all the shapes are called two-dimensional shape. You can also call them what? Regular shape, because you can what? Identify the shapes. Now with this, we can move further to what? Area. The area used in calculating these shapes, because sometimes we might be asked to calculate the area of a shape. Now the easiest way to calculate this is when you have the formula. Now a square has what? Four sides equal. A square has what? Four sides equal. Now when you see this, we name this as what? Length. Because there's no way you can give this length and breadth. Some people call it length and breadth. But since they have the same length, You just name them what? Length, 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 length. That means 4 what? Size. Now we can what? Say what? This plus this plus this plus this will give us what? The area of what? The area of a square. But using this is called what? Perimeter. This takes longer way to what? To solve. Now the easiest way to solve this is by using what? By using the area of the formula of a square. Now the area of the formula for square is calculated as what? L times L. That means this side times this side. Since both are of equal what? Size, so we use the same what? Letters to what? Represent them all. Length times length is the same as what? Length square. So what is length square? Length square means what? Length times length. That means there are two what? Length. That's why we're writing this. If you have something like this, length cube, that means we have what? 3 length, because we have cube of length times length, which what? Length cube. Now we are looking at what? The square, the area of a square. Now since we've gotten this as what? Length times length, which is the same as what? L square, and is measured in centimeter square. Centimeter square means what? Centimeter times centimeter, because this length is measured in centimeter and this is measured in centimeter. They are identical. Since they are identical, you just write 1 and take the 2 off, which means what? We have 2 of this. Length, length, centimeter, centimeter. So it's measured in centimeter square. Now we go to what? Rectangle. Rectangle, we all know that it has 2 sides are equal. The 2 sides here are equal. So if the top is 80, the down will be what? 80. So you don't need someone to remind you that if you're giving this 8 and 6, you don't need someone to remind you that this is also 8 and this also was 6. Sometimes you see it coming this way. So with your knowledge, you should be able to know that 8 up, 8 down, 6 side, 6 side. So we can what? Calculate what? The area of the what? Rectangle. So area of the rectangle is calculated as what? The longest side is called what? Length, which is the top. Sometimes it can be like this. It must not be the top. So when you see it this way, don't say this is the length. This is not the length. The longest side of the what shape is the length. So length times width. Length times width. Now likewise what we said is calculated in what? Centimeter. It's measured in centimeter squared also, because we have identical what? Units. So with this we can what? We can write the area of a what? Of a rectangle as length times width, which is measured in what? Centimeter square. Now we go further with triangle. Triangle, we all know a triangle has 3 sides, but they are not always equal. It all depends on the triangle you are talking about. If it's what? An equilateral triangle, they have all sides equal, like the 3 sides are equal. A scalar triangle has no side equal, but an isosceles triangle has only 2 sides are equal. So a triangle, we start by doing what? Writing half. Half means what? Because when you see a triangle, it is divided into 2 parts. So that's why we call it half. So this a whole what? A triangle, but when you split it into 2, you have 1 part and the other part. So half plus half gives what? 1. So since we are dividing the triangle, so we have this half. So don't say, why didn't we write half here or here? Because we are not dividing the square or the rectangle. But the triangle, that is how it is. The half is gotten by splitting the triangles into what? The triangle into two. So times, now this is, we call this height. In triangle we don't call length, it's height. Times what? Base. Height times base. So calculating the area of a triangle, we say what? Height times base. This is the base, and this is the height that passes through the center of the triangle. Now remember we said what? They're all calculated in what? Centimeter, 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 which gives us what? Half times height times base, measured in what? Centimeter square. Now a trapezium, we say that it has what? Part of what? A triangle, and the other part is attached to the triangle, which gives us what? A trapezium. A trapezium, with that property, we say that we call this as what? We start with half because of it has the what? Property of a triangle. So we start with half times a plus b times height. Now where do you get this a plus b? This side is the a, this side is the b, and this side is the what? Height. And this shape here is a what? Triangle. So that's why we are saying this half, because it has what? Triangle attached to the what? To the shape. So the half comes from this triangular shape, and this a plus b times the height. We call that height. Can I say length? So we can say these are the two length times height times what? Half. Now we said that the parallelogram has same property as the what? Rectangle. They look almost the same, just that this is slanted and this is what? In four corners. Now when you look at this and this are equal, this and this are also equal. Now since they are having the same property, we call it what? Length times width. You can only so call the width breadth if you wish to. So this is centimeter, this is centimeter. We say what? Length times width measured in centimeter square. This is very important when you're what? Calculating. After you've gotten your answer, you must put this to differentiate it from the normal word calculation. Because some people might just leave it, thinking that without this, it might cost you your marks. Because it's very important to do that. Sometimes they might even change it. They might ask you to change it to what? Meter square. So you have to be what? Conversant with thought. Now, a circle has no length, no breadth. It's just a what? A round shape. So we can't say anything like length times breadth or length square. Now what we say is there's a constant called what? Pi, which is represented as this. Pi is a constant and it has its value. Now to calculate this, we call it what? Pi r squared. Now in a circle, the r here comes from where? Radius. Radius is a point from the center to the what? Circumference. These lines that go round is called a circumference, and this is the center of a circle. And when a line passes through here and touches the what? The circumference, we call that what? Radius. But when it starts from this point and goes down to this point, we call that diameter. That's why we call that. When you're given a diameter in your question, we have to what? Divide it into two. This diameter. So when you're given that, in this formula now, there's no diameter. So you cannot calculate this using the value for diameter. So you have to divide that value by 2. If diameter was to be 14, so to get your radius, you divide 14 by 2, which is 7. Now your radius here will be 7, since diameter is 14. So take note of that. You get to see that in some questions. Now I'll just go through this again before we go to our question. Remember we said we have what? Plane shapes, or we call it two-dimensional shapes. So I gave some example of two-dimensional shapes. I called a square with its area, area as what? Length times length, which is the same as what? Length square. This is called length square. Rectangle, length times width, which is the same thing as what? L times W. So when you see L, it represents what? Length. When you see W, it represents what? Width. Triangle, we all know how we got this half. I told you since the triangle is divided into two, the half is gotten from the splitting of the what? Triangle. So we have what? Half times height. The height, the line that divided the triangle into two is the height, which is stated outside here. Times what? Base, which is what? Bottom what? Side of it. So it's written as what? Half times h times b, which is measured in what? Centimeter square. Trapezium, I define it as what? Having what? Two what? Shapes, a triangle and what? The other shape attached together. So this half is gotten from that shape, triangle, times what? AB, the two sides facing each other. But when you see that they are not having the same what? Length. So you can call this what? L squared, because this side is shorter than this. So A plus B times what? The height. Half times A plus B times H, and it's also measured in centimeter square. Parallelogram, which is what? Length times width, is defined as what? L times W, centimeter square. Now the last here, we have the one, the circle, which I told us that is what? It has a constant. This is called a constant, which is pi. In any way you say this, it has a constant. You must introduce this pi times the radius square. Radius square means what? Radius square means what? R times R. So you want to split this up. Pi times R times R, because square means what? This R has two what? We're having two R here. That's why we're having two square. If it's 3 square, if it's 3 cube, that is cube, it should be what? 3 R's. So you should know how to define this. When you have this, you should know that it's R times R times R. So when you have this, R times R times R times R times R. When you count the numbers of R here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it must correspond with the what? 5 or 1, 2, 3 with the cube here. So with this now, move to what? Some exercises. Now when you look at this, you should be able to identify the shape. You say what? Find the area of the below shapes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes here. Now to get the shape now, what shape is this? When you look at these two shapes, this matches with this, which is what? A rectangle. So now, remember what we said about rectangle? It's calculated as what? L times width. So we have the L, which is the longest side. I told us that it can be like this or like this. So don't say every top of the what? A triangle, a rectangle has what? Its length up here. It can be here. If it's this way, it's like this. So the longest side of the what shape is your length. So I will say what? Solution to this exercise. The number one shape there is rectangle, and it's calculated as what? Length times width. Our length here is what? 9 times our width here is what? 4. Remember they're both having centimeters. So above the we do that at the end of the what? Answer. So what is 9 times 4? You should know that when you recite your multiplication table, the 9 times table, 9 times 4 is 36. And our unit comes in now, centimeter square. Number 2, we look at what? The shape there. When you look at the shapes, you want with 4 sides. This matches with this, which is the square. So getting the area of a square, we said what? It is calculated using what? L times L. Now when you look at this, we are giving just one figure. So that means this is 5, this is 5, this is 5. You don't need to write 5, 5, 5 all around. So we just say what? The area of a square is what? L square, which is what? Length times length. So what is 5 square? Remember that we said what? L square means length times length. So 5 square means what? 5 times 5. Now 5 times table, we know that 5 times 5 is 25. 25 centimeters square. Because we are giving the what? The unit in centimeters square. If you're giving it in what? Meter. If it's given in meter, so it will be what? Meter square. It will be what? Meter square. This way. Take note of the what? The unit given to you. Now let's go to number 3. Triangle. Triangle, we say that is calculated using what? Remember the formula? Half times height times base. Half 1/2 times height times base. So it's the same as what? 1/2 times h times b, which is measured in centimeter cube square. Sorry. So we have half times height times base. Now we can write it this way. Our height is what? Which is what? 8. It's stated outside. Our base is what? 5. So now what we do here is that let's multiply with what? Numerators. We can also what? Bring in what? All over 1 to make it what? Looks like what? Fractions, because this already having denominator and numerator, denominator and numerator, denominator and numerator. So we can what? Because anything divide, 1 divide anything remains that. So 8/1 is the same as 8. So if you want to make it look like a fraction, you can put 1 under 8 to make it look like what? The same as this. So let's multiply the numerators. 1 times 8 is 8, right? Good. 8 times 5. In 8 times table, 8 times 5 is 40. And let's go down. The denominator is 1 down. Numbers down. 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Good. The answer for this gave us 2. 2 times 1 again is 2. Under. Now this is where we come into what? Dividing 40 by 2. Good. Now we can use either long or short division, but with this we can quickly use short division to divide 40 by 2. Now remember your division, we divide one after the other. The first number here is what? 4. In your 2 times table, what will you multiply with 2 to get 4? We know that 2 times 2 is 4. So the other number that will give us 4 is 2. Or you can do your counting. The first number is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You group it into 2. 1. you have how many groups here? You have 2 groups. So that is the 2 there. Now remember the last number there, 0. 2 divides 0. 0 is like something that consumes number. When you do what? You multiply or you divide. 2 divides 0 remains what? 0. So when we divide 40 by 2, we get what? 20, and is measured in what? Centimeters square. So with this, we do it what? We go through the last question, which was the shape of a trapezium, and we said what? It's calculated as what? Half times a plus b times height. Okay, now we know that our a plus b is the 2 sides facing each other, which is written as half times 5 plus 6, and our height is the line up to down, which is 8 times 8. Now before you go further, you have to note that in board mass, we start solving with the brackets. This of, this division, this multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Brackets come first. So we have to settle the numbers in the bracket before we move further. Now let's do this. Half times what is 5 plus 6? 5 plus 6 is 11. Start counting from 5. 5 in your brain, 6 on finger. 1, 2, 1, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you don't need for you to start put it on your counting sheet. So 5 plus this is what? 11 times 8. Now, remember what we did here? We can also do the same here. Make this a fraction, make this a fraction. So we can multiply the denominator and we multiply the numerator. So let's start with the numerator. 1 times 11 is 11. 11 times 8. 11 times 7 will say what? 11 times 8 is what? 88. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is also 2. So using your long or short division, we can also simplify this further by dividing 88 by 2. Remember what I said here? Start dividing one after the other. 8 divided by 2. If you don't know 2 times table, or you can't use it, you can use your counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into 2. We have 4 groups there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. They are identical numbers, so you must give us the same answer. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Don't forget to write down your units. Centimeter square. In our next class, we'll be looking at parallelogram, circle, and other shapes. Thanks for watching.